Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing, because we're going to have a lot of fun. We always do. And if you don't subscribe, I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday because I was waiting on a big order of vinyl. I feel like I've told this story 100 times. I was waiting on a big order of vinyl. I had waited long enough, and I was like, you know what? I need to get stuff done. So I went to the Hobby Lobby to get vinyl, and when I checked out and checked the time as I was pulling away, I got the email notification that my vinyl was being delivered today. So while I was there, I got another thing of this mesh. I've used it before. It's called like wide weave something. It's super pretty. And I was like, what am I gonna? I think I did it with. I don't even know what that wreath is. Let me turn around real quick and just try to see. Nope, don't know where it's at. I either did it with a red or green base, and I have red or green, but I was just going to, if I did it with red before, I was going to do it with green this time, but I said, let me do it with black and white. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So I'm putting these on my roller over here. My rollers, I should say. That's my stomach. I've been up since 2. It's now 6. I haven't eaten. I've had 15 iced coffees. Why? I don't know. I put this one on backwards. I don't care which way you put the toilet paper roll, if you put it under or over, but you can definitely, you definitely got to at least do the mesh right. Okay. This is a new mat. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. These balls. Go right there. Okay. Oh no, something's happening over here. What is this? What are you doing? Not today. What are you doing? I have this one. Y'all see this? It's like... Get out of there. Business. Watch that for me. Alright, I'm going to cut these together. I should have put the black and white on the bottom, but whatever. Cutting at 18 inches. Okay, I just have a whole mess of mesh over here. A whole mess of mesh, y'all. I also have a root beer candy that I'm going to put right there and hope that I don't get my Wreath anywhere near it. I just unpacked an order from 143 Vinyl and I freaked out because there was candy in it. Okay, so this is all cut. I tried to stack it up neat. It did not stay that way. Is anyone surprised? I don't have my cross brace on here yet because I want to make sure that I have enough. I think I do, but I was getting kind of willy-nilly crazy with the cutting there. Okay. I think... do I feel like doing Kruffles? I never feel like doing Kruffles. Well, let's do them. I'm going to put the black and white in first. And then... I kind of feel like Kruffling this would be wasting it, but let's see. maybe not. And I just use white pipe cleaners for this because, as we've established, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I mean, as long as you're not using like fluorescent green on a white wreath, I think you're okay. How's everybody doing? I'm very tired. I woke up today at 2. I woke up today at 2 and said, oh no. And then it was 3 and I was like, I really gotta go back to bed. And then it was 4 and I was like, well, I might as well get up. And then I started filming a video and taking a shower before therapy. And I was like, you know what, I'll just stay up. I stayed up, left here, tried to first mail packages at Auto Parts or Advanced Auto Zone or whatever the hell it is, which is a UPS drop-off point for some reason. I don't know. They were supposed to open at 7:30. They had a sign up front that said they didn't open until 8. So I said, okay. I mean, I have stuff I need to ship. CVS still closed. So I said, all right. So I left there, went to Walmart real quick because I hadn't eaten. I was filming. I didn't eat, and I was gonna stop at McDonald's and just get like an Egg McMuffin because I don't. That's like pretty much the only thing I ever get there because they're lowest in carbs, lowest in fat. You know, it has Canadian bacon instead of a big piece of sausage or bacon or whatever. Go to pull up, and there's about, I don't know, 42 people in line. I was like, this looks like a Chick-fil-A. What's going on? But we're still dealing with a little bit of a food issue from the storm. Not saying that fast food is a really viable option there, but they, you know. So I skipped there and I said, I'll just go to Walmart and get a sandwich. You know, like one of those little pre-made sandwiches. Nope. So I go to therapy, still haven't eaten, been up for 6 hours. Did my therapy, it was good. I had 3 sessions left. And yeah, I was in a good place today because I woke up and when I went outside this morning, I was like, what is that in the air? What's going on? And I didn't know what it was because it was so foreign to me. And then I got in my car and it started up and all my lights came on. It was like, check your tires, check your oil, check your engine. And I was like, I don't have time for that. And then the thermostat popped up and it said 71 degrees. And I just kind of sat there for a minute and I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get extremely emotional. I'm gonna cry. I didn't cry, but I thought about it. I was like, I could have a nice long cry, but I've got to get these packages shipped. So went to therapy, leave therapy. Leaves therapy and go to Big Lots because they're redoing our Big Lots. I keep waiting for them to like put the rest of the fall. I don't want any fall or Halloween stuff at this point. Like I'm done with it, clearly. But I just wanted to go check out and see what they had. And I was like, I don't need to go. I'm just gonna spend money I don't need to spend. But I went, and when my mom first moved into her house, me and my sister were at Big Lots looking for. She wanted this table that they had at Big Lots. They didn't have it. We couldn't find it anywhere because there was no wood or something. I don't know. And I saw this. It's the Broyhill. Broyhill is, you know, Broyhill's a company, but they have a line at Big Lots that is slightly elevated. Like I don't want to say it's better than the Big Lots stuff, but it's better than the Big Lots stuff. It looks a little more high end. It's more expensive, and they had this. I think it's called a room divider. A room divider plant stand, which it's not. I think calling it a room divider is a little generous because it's only like 4 feet tall. It might be like 5 feet. I think it's whatever 48 inches. So it's like 5.5, 4.5 feet. But I was like, yeah, that basically comes into my waist. So I don't know how good this is going to do dividing a room, but it's a room divider and it has space for. It kind of looks like an iron gate. You know, it's like a 3-fold thing, and it has space for like 6 pots. And there's no room for my mom's house in it, but she has this little area on the side of her house. That's just, it's like a weird area to mow. And I was like, I could get this for Mom. And I wanted to get it, and I almost bought it, but it was $89. And I said, you know what? I love my mom. I don't care about the money. I care that they think that. I care that somewhere someone was like, yeah, this is worth $89. So when I went today, it was 85% off, and so I got it for, I think it was like 22. They had one of those metal planter bikes. You know, like it's a little bike with the wire basket that you can put a plant in. And I was going to get her that, but the box was open, and it was $79. And I said, for $10 more, I can get this enormous privacy screen thing. I said, I think I know what I'm going to do here. So I got that enormous box, like just a huge, massively huge box. I'm pushing it around, I'm banging into stuff. And then I call Michelle on the way home, and I'm like, oh, I got this for my mom. She's like, oh, cool. And then once I got home later, I was talking to her again, and she was like, so, that's nice. And I was like, yeah. She's like, where do you think you're going to put that before Christmas? And I was like, what? She's like, your mom's at your house like every other day. Where are you going to put that enormous box? I said, well, I didn't think about that, but I'll put it somewhere, even if I have to wrap it. But I left Big Lots and went to CVS because they were open. CVS is open, the pharmacy is not. So I have enough pills to last me like another week before I need to think about switching, I guess. So I went there, dropped off the Wreath, and I returned to Amazon. Then I went to the post office because I had to buy, what did I had to buy? I had to send, I really bought the labels. I had to send the packages for September's Sign of the Month Club on Patreon. And for me to ship it, I was like, I was like, please let me be able to ship it UPS. And they were like, sure, you can ship it UPS. It's $15. And I'm like, okay, but like I'm only charging people $20, so, and the stuff is worth, like the sign's worth more than $5. So I said, I'm not making any money on this. So I switched it to post office, and for first class mail, it was like $4.83, and it was under $5. And I said, okay. I said that leaves me with a $15 profit minus the cost of the sign, which, you know, it's not much. But I have to ship it through the post office. And I go to the post office, and there's like somebody sleeping outside of it, and I was like, what is this? And there's a sign that says, the retail portion of the Miro office, which is where I used to live when I grew up, way down the road, is open. The post office box lobby of Chalmette is not open, which is where I was. And I was like, what does that even mean? Does that mean that like I can go in here and ship a package, but I can't check my P.O. box, which I don't have? And I said, I'm not driving all the way down the road to go mail these packages. So, left there, went to my mom's, and I was like, will you fix me something to eat? She was like, I thought you went to McDonald's. I said, I didn't go to McDonald's. She said, well, oh, no. I thought you got something at Walmart. I said, I didn't get anything at Walmart. They didn't have anything. They had like one rutabaga. I don't even know what a rutabaga is, but I was like, can I eat that? So she fixed me a sandwich. I tried to fix her computer again. My computer died this morning for like the 5th time. I had to take it all, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking the computer out, trying to reseat all the RAM. Because that's the thing, you know, that's the thing that you have to do sometimes. And then I tried to do it on my mom's, and she's just like, what's wrong with it? And I was like, well, it got to be like 100 degrees inside the house for several days in a row. It's extremely humid. I said, I think it's suspicious that my computer and her computer both messed up at the same time and not have it have to do with the heat. Because I've already had my big sewing machine, my industrial sewing machine. Like I went to go use it one day, and after I hadn't used it for a while, and I turned it on, and it didn't come on, so I called the guy at Prodigy, and I said, hey, my machine's not working, what do I do? He's like, oh, you know, it's probably because you live in New Orleans. He said, unplug the back, like open up the back, unplug the cords, and plug them back in. And I did that, and it started right up. And I was like, why did that work? And he said, because there's so much salinity in the air, because it's so humid, they just kind of settle. So I was like, well, you know, it was kind of humid that week where we didn't really have any air in the house, especially my house. Like at least my mom had a little bit. She had a lot of airflow through her house, but I had none. So I think maybe pulling the RAM, whatever they are, pulling those out, putting them back in. So I tried to do that with hers, and it started, but it's still like trying to run a disk check or something. I said, Mom, for what you need, you could go get a computer at Walmart for like $100. And she said, I don't have $100 right now. And I was like, do you want me to give you $100? Because I have $100 right now. I said, I'm saving it for something, but I had my old computer I have my computer I have now, which I would give to her and just get me a new computer because she really doesn't. She needs email and she needs like solitaire. I don't know why she's like I need a you know I need to be able to get my mail, and I was like, you have a tablet and you have a phone, but I get that, like, whatever. But I have my old computer that nothing was wrong with it. It just could not handle what I was doing to it. I was like, hi computer, and it was like, what are you gonna do to me today? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to edit this 8 GB file. And it was like, please no. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. This is, I know you didn't sign up for this at the beginning, but this is where we're at now. And the new computer I bought a year ago, it's already like, I'm done with this. I need a better computer already. So I think if I can't get her computer working, I'm gonna bring her my old computer. And then once I get a new computer, I'll bring my new computer that I have now over there, and then she can have a new computer. Because it's not. She's like, well, all of Carl's stuff is on there. I said, you haven't looked at Carl's stuff since he died. Like you deliberately did not want to look at anything when we went through the computer. We can keep the hard drive. Like I think I could probably get the stuff off the hard drive, but like it's not. Right now, the computer is, to me, I'd be like the amount of like to go like if I can't fix it by just like doing something with the software and maybe plucking a few things out here and there with the hardware, it's not worth it to me. The computer is very old. It's on like Windows 7. She's like, well, that's all I need. And I was like, well, you could get what you need, but brand new for like cheap. Like I think at this point, trying to get it fixed, or even spending the time trying to figure out what's wrong with it and fixing it myself is not worth the money that we would just spend to get a new one. And I don't want to say that like, oh god, we can just buy a new computer, we're fancy. But it's like you have an old computer that is extremely slow to begin with. Like, wouldn't you like a nice one, a nice new one where, you know, the Windows version of Solitaire loads quicker? And I finally moved the box underneath my desk, y'all. It's at my table. It's so much nicer. I was just like sitting here like kicking my legs out. It feels so good. So I did that. I went by her. So I came home and I was like, I need to take a big nap. So I took a nap for a little while. I was trying to stay awake because I can't ship my wreath signs for the Wreath of the Sign of the Month Club because the post office was closed. But I had a package coming from 143 Vinyl. So I said, okay, when the package comes and they deliver me my giant box of vinyl, because it was like 20 rolls, I said it's going to definitely be in a giant box. I'll just give it to the mail lady. So I'm sitting outside like all day, which is fine. I worked on some Christmas presents. I worked on some things for my therapist because I'm graduating therapy next week. You know, I was just hanging. The dog loved it. He was like, "Oh God, I love it out here." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not. It's nice when it's not 1,000 degrees." And then I see the mail lady like come up the other side of the street, like meaning she has already passed my house and she's come up this way. And I was like, she didn't stop. And my mom's like, well, what do you? And I was like, I want that vinyl. I've been waiting for that vinyl for like 2 weeks. So I'm like trying to run after her, and I checked the tracking, and it's like, your package has been delivered. And I said, it says it's been delivered, and then it's in the mailbox. I said, you know what? She probably didn't want to get out the car. This is of course me. I'm like, she didn't want to get out the car to bring me my box of vinyl, so she put one of those stupid slips in there to tell me to go to the post office and get it. And I can't even go to the post office because the post office isn't even open. So I'm like yelling at my mom, and she's like, okay. She's like, yeah, she probably did that on purpose, Adam, because she hates you. I was like, she does hate me. She's like that woman with the gooseberry books. She said, that's probably her. And I was like, I don't doubt it, Mom. And then I get to the mailbox, and I open it up. And, where is the box? I just thought, it's in a box about this big inside my mailbox. And I was like, how is 20 rolls of vinyl fitting in here? But it was 20 pieces of vinyl in one enormous roll. So I said, I don't know why I thought it was going to be like, you know, it's like if you ordered Deco mesh and instead of sending it in individual rolls, they just sent you a bunch of 30 feet pieces all rolled together. So I said, okay, maybe that's why it's cheap. Like, they don't have to spend the extra money on packaging. Like, I didn't care. I was just expecting, like, a huge box. So now I just have to figure out how to get my USPS signs for the Sign of the Month Club out of my house, into Donna, and to Amanda. My mom was like, what do you think you're going to do? I said, I'm probably just going to go chuck them in the river and hope that they get there somehow. I said, the Mississippi River goes everywhere, doesn't it? I said, it'll go into the Gulf, it'll go through the Panama Canal, it'll get to Donna eventually. I said, it'll swoop around Florida and get up to Amanda. And she's like, why are you so stressed about it? I said, because these people gave me money. These people said, here's my money. I believe in you. I believe in what you're trying to do. I want to support you. And I did what I was supposed to do, and I can't ship them, and it's annoying me. Because I think the boxes are way too big for what they're being what's being shipped. But I bought the boxes with the intent of being able to put signs for sale on Etsy, and you saying, okay, I'm not going to just order one sign from them. I'm going to order 5 signs, and me being able to put 5 signs in one box. So the boxes are a little roomy. They're like 12.5 by 11.5 by 2.5, and the sign is only like a 1/4 inch thick. So it's a bigger box, but I think it's small enough where I could get it into the mail slot thing in the lobby, but the lobby's closed. But, you know, Amanda and Donna, I doubt either of them are standing outside waiting for those signs to show up. I meant to message them early and just be like, hey, listen, this is what's going on. Sorry, I live in a place where my mom's like, she's been working from, Walmart has been open from like 8 to 4, but tomorrow they're going back to their regular hours, so she's starting her regular shift at 1 to 10 again. No, 1 to 10, yeah. It used to be 2 to 11, now it's 1 to 10. And she's like, I don't know how we're going to do this because the store's closing. She said, I think the store is still closing at like 7, but she's like, I don't know how we're supposed to do this. Half the people aren't even there. I said, what do you mean half the people still aren't there? She said, they're still evacuated. I said, that's them using that as an excuse. Like, my sister finally got power back yesterday. I said, how long does Walmart allow that to be an excuse? Like, eventually they have to say, okay, like, listen, it's been 3.5 months. There's no way you're still evacuated. You're either not coming back or you don't want your job anymore. But she said it's just been rough there because they're missing so many people. And like, I get that, like if you evacuated to Texas or something, they told you to stay gone until the power's back on. And maybe some of these people live in a place where there's no power still, but not as many as are missing. They're just like, oh wait, I can call out? I'm gonna do that. This is whimsical. I'm glad I put this black and white with this. Oh my god, I'm hungry. Oh my god, Mrs. I'm starving. He's like, me too. Did I feed him today? Yeah, I fed him, and then he was like, I'm not eating that. And I was like, please eat. He was like, no, I'll eat it in 3.5 hours when it's covered in ants. And I said, okay. I said, listen, if that's what you want to do, I support your choice. You're my son, and I love you. I wanted to stay home tomorrow because I've been every day had to do something. I want to stay home tomorrow, but I can't keep doing this no food in the house thing. I need to prep breakfast, I need to prep lunch, I need to prep dinners. I need to go to the grocery store and just walk around and be like, I need to go to the grocery store that actually has food, first of all, which that's the first big hurdle I need to get over. Like, if I can find a grocery store, if I can find a food store that sells food, like, I'll be halfway, the battle's halfway won. And I could go to Winn-Dixie, or I could go to Bromart, I could go to Kitsenko's, but I don't know, y'all would have to buy a lot of Wreaths for that to happen. Everybody would have to go sign up for Patreon at the highest tier for me to shop at those grocery stores more than in an emergency situation. So I need to do that. And then hopefully like meal prep and edit videos tomorrow and Sunday, because Monday I was laying down in bed when I woke up from my nap, because you don't wake up at 2 in the morning and then stay awake without needing a nap later. I woke up from a nap and I was just like playing on my phone, and my phone rang, and because I only see, like, my phone's always on silent, so unless I'm holding it, I don't see that somebody's calling. So I'm like, I don't know this number, and then I was like, no, wait, let me answer it. So I answer it, and there's this woman on the other end. She said, Mr. Adam Chevenert, Chevenert, and I was like, Chenevier. And she's like, oh. She's like, hi, this is Michelle. And I was like, is this terrible, Michelle? And she's like, no. And I was like, my friend Michelle is terrible. She's like, no, I'm not your friend. And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm calling from the doctor's office. To talk about your procedure. And I was like, oh, okay. Let's talk about my procedure. So she says, everything's set for Thursday. We need you to get there at 7:30. Your procedure will probably start at 8. You need somebody to bring you home. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of went over that. And she's like, and on Monday. And I was like, no, nothing on Monday. I already have something to do on Monday. She said, Monday we need you to come in for a, I'm pointing at my nose, test. And I was like, ugh. So I said, okay. I was like, I have therapy with my therapist at 10. So I was like, yeah, I can get there early and get back in time to have therapy and be done for the day. So she said our first appointment's at 10:15, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, I have a doctor's appointment. She's like, oh, you're already gonna be here? I was like, no, I'm gonna be home in my pajama pants and not doing anything. She's like, well, can you come afterwards? And I was like, no, but I could. So I said 11:15, but I think I'm just gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go Monday morning and be like, my appointment got changed. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but can you test me real quick? Because it literally takes 4 seconds. She's like, you need a negative test within 72 hours for us to do your procedure. And then she went over getting there on time, not eating, not taking. She said not to take not anything that manages my blood sugar. So I said, okay. She said, but take your blood pressure medicine with a sip of water, but no food. And I said, okay. And somebody needs to drive me home. And I said, okay. And she's like, do you happen to have any Dial soap? Oh, no, she said, do you have any antibacterial soap? I said, the Dial Gold Bar? She's like, yeah. I said, yeah, I think I have some left over from the last time I had surgery 7 years ago. She's like, oh, could you maybe get some more? And I was like, yes. I use Dr. Bronner's all the time. I don't know that that's antibacterial, but I use that every time I take a shower anyway. I use that twice a day, basically. 4 times a day if there's no power. But I'll just put that down on my list. I think they sell it at the Dollar Tree. Maybe it's a smaller bar because I hate bar soap. I hate bar soap. I hate body wash. I hate anything that's going to make me leave a film on my skin. That's why I use Dr. Bronner's. When we were at TJ, me and my sister went to TJ Maxx yesterday. And I was like, see if you can find me a giant thing of Dr. Bronner's. And she's like, I thought she just bought one. I said, I did buy one. 18 months ago. And she's like, you still using it? You need to take a bath more. I said, I'm still using it because it was a giant bottle and you use 3 drops. And I said, the only reason I want to get a new one is because the top is all goopy, which I know I could wash it out. But I don't know if anybody uses Dr. Bronner's. When it's hot, when it's cold, it gets cloudy, which I don't think that affects it at all in any kind of way. I use the almond one. I used a cherry blossom for a while, but I think I got rid of that bottle just because it got kind of old and cloudy and funky. Because I don't think you're supposed to be having something in your shower for 3 years, but that's how long they usually last. They last forever. We couldn't find one, so I'm going to get one. I kind of want the eucalyptus, but I don't know about washing my tenderonis with that. I like the almond. And I like the cherry, but it doesn't smell like cherry blossoms. It's just a nice clean scent. They have the baby powder one. I could get the unscented too. That would probably be the best. But I use it for wash my hair with it, wash my body with it, wash my face with it. My hand soap in the kitchen is at Dr. Bronner's and Mrs. Meyer's, because I went through a Mrs. Meyer's phase a while back, and I was like, I need every scent. And my mom was like, Adam, it's 2019. Why do you need 17 different hand soaps? It's not like you're going to be washing your hands every 4 minutes. She's like, it's December of 2019. what are you going to do? Wash your hands every 4 minutes in 2020? Is that why you need this much soap? And I was like, I don't know, Mom. Maybe. Maybe I'll get really into hygiene. But yeah, you know how we've been wearing these masks for freaking ever? Well, how we were wearing the mask and then we got rid of them and then we have to wear them again because people are stupid. I got my first mask knee. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm high maintenance. I take super good care of my skin. I always have. It's always been like a point of pride for me that I have very nice skin. And I don't spend a bunch of money on a bunch of products. I just like, this is something I can control. This is something I can take care of. I want to do that. It makes me feel like I can't control my bad dental hygiene from my genetics, but I can keep my skin looking beautiful and fresh and dewy. And I finally have succumbed to the worst part I can have a pimple. It's not even there. Like, it's so far on. When it comes out, it's going to be the size of a softball because it hurts so much already, and I can barely feel a bump on my nose, right where the mask goes across my nose. I got out of the shower this morning. I was looking at it, and I was like, "Where's that damn concealer for emergencies?" And I saw my mom. She's like, "You look really well rested." And I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Thank you, Laura Mercier." I gotta put the black in first. What am I doing? No, it's not Laura Mercier. If you need, if y'all need a heavy duty concealer for like horrible nose acne, or if you're a man, and you need some concealer, I think what is it called, the Elf Camouflage. It's like $6 a tube, y'all. I could have had a gunshot wound on my forehead and put it over this and been like nobody would have noticed. And then of course I spend all this time blending it out because I never want to like I don't like I have nothing wrong with wearing makeup or men who wear makeup. Like I'm like, more power to you to express yourself. I don't want to look like I have cake face. Like if I'm wearing makeup, I want it to look perfect and like that you can't see that I have on makeup. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't want anybody to know. That's not my look. I don't want to look like I'm in drag when I'm walking through Walgreens or Walmart. So I'm like blending it out, blending everything all perfectly, and I get in the car and I check again and I'm like, damn. I was like, you still got it, because I used to do makeup. I'm like, you still got it, Adam. You better work. You better do this. You better do that. And I checked again before I got out the car at Walmart when I pulled in the mirror to put my mask on, and it covered my entire face, including the pimple on my nose. And I was like, yeah, that seems fitting. But whatever, I got a cute thirst trap picture out of it, so. Alright. Are all these done in the middle? Why does I know this doesn't look as full because there's not a middle piece yet, but that's cute. I love black and white. I black and white anything. Like you can put black and white with anything. I need to eat dinner. I don't think that's gonna be breakfast because all I have left in this house is eggs. I told my mom, I was like, I need to go grocery shopping. She said, didn't you just buy eggs? I was like, a man cannot live on eggs alone, mother. I also need Canadian bacon and cheese. And I went to her house today. I was like, will you fix me something to eat? And I saw she had bagel things. I was like, oh, will you make me a bagel? A bagel with some cream cheese. She's like, I don't have any cream cheese. I was like, why do you have bagels if you don't have cream cheese? She's like, because they didn't have any bread. Okay, granted. So I was like, will you just make me a sandwich? She said, what do you want? And I was like, I don't care, Mom. So I'm like working on a computer. She comes back and it's a bagel with no cream cheese. Lettuce. No, I didn't have lettuce. It was a bagel with mayo, Swiss cheese, and like 6 slices of bacon. And I was like, what is this? She's like, it's a bacon sandwich. And I said, oh. She said, you brought all that bacon over to the house because I made BLTs. I think it was that when I went to go on my emergency shopping trip and spent $90 on 2 things of bacon and a bottle of shampoo for the dog or something. You know, something ridiculous like that. $90 on enough food for a day and a half. Alright. Can you hang out? Can you hang out right, Leslie? Look at this mint. I'm gonna eat this mint. Because I'm starving. I love those pillowy mints. Why is... I was like, why is this so dark? But it's blocking the light. I'm going to do this as a ruffle. Just because it's going to get covered up anyway, so. I like to make a ruffle. You're going to do the whole wreath and ruffles. In Kruffles, I like to do a ruffle in the middle because it'll help support. It'll help fill in the hole. Help support all the crap we're about to put on top of it. I couldn't believe Big Lots had Christmas out today. It was just like the stupid lawn signs I always had. Not the lawn signs. With those weird lighted reindeers and like the Eiffel Tower. I was like, what does that have to do with Christmas? They had that out, and then they had a bunch of boxes that were filled with Christmas, and it was just like, bring it on. I am ready. I'm not, but I am ready. I think we're going to go all out in this wreath, y'all. Maybe. I'm not feeling tails anymore. I told you I said that in another video. I was like, I'm over tails. Tails are over. I've decided. I didn't even meet with the council of Deco Mesh wreath makers. I just unilaterally decided. They were like, can he do that? And they said he's got 71 views on some of his videos and 8 patrons. He can do whatever he wants. He's got 4 followers on TikTok. He's basically a god. This looks terrible. My monitor, like, this TV, like, I know this was a cheap TV, but it looks really terrible. It doesn't look bad when I'm, like, watching TV, but, like, from here to here, that looks terrible. I mean, I can see, that's all that matters, is that I can see that y'all can see the whole wreath. But it looks really bad. But it looks great in person, so, you know. Alright, I'm going to eat and switch gears for a little bit, listen to a podcast, cook some dinner, eat some dinner, and work on some other stuff. I think it was I was just filming a video before I started this, and I don't know if I was doing it for YouTube or a Patreon. I think it was for YouTube though, because I was like, this is a cute little thing people can make. Yeah, I'll work on that. I was like, why this dries, but this doesn't have to dry. It's a wreath. Oh my god, I need sleep. I need food and I need sleep. And I can't even vacuum this up because my vacuum's charging in the other room. Oh my god, what a mess. I just completely tore my living room apart because I couldn't find this. I swear to god, y'all, sometimes I'm just like, why do I do anything? I was in bed. It was nice. I wasn't comfortable. I'm never comfortable, but at least I was in bed. Do you know what? I'm gonna get up and at least make that bow. That'll be easy. That was about an hour ago. How are you? That's the other ribbon I was looking for. Awesome. So how are you guys doing? Better than me, you say? Well, that's not much of an accomplishment. Okay, hi. Now that that's taken care of. Nothing gets to me more than when I want to do something and I can't do it because of my own stupidity. Okay, let's make a bow. No idea where my scissors are, but hey, what's new? This is real light. I mean, there's scissors right there, but I want my scissors. Oh good, these are so tight I can't even get anything between them now. about to 7 with the glitter, because if you don't, you might as well not use it, because I can't see it most of the time in my wreaths. And it's so hard. I'm going to cut the bottom tails a little bit longer. Ow. Yeah, I was like digging over a bunch of stuff and stuff was falling on top of me. You know, but once I get that steroid shot on Thursday, I will destroy this house until everything is where it's supposed to be. Alright, I have some black and white in this wreath, so I want to make sure I bring some in. Which I bought this forever ago. I don't particularly care for this ribbon. I don't mind the pattern. I don't care for like the texture of it because it's like a woven. I think this is, it's called like faux burlap or something. Not my favorite, but I was supposed to get a craft outlet order today. It did not come, so this is what we're using. If you guys could only see what's over there this way. So these at 7. I'm going to go down to 6 with this one, just because I want to make sure that, you know what, maybe this isn't bad. I mean, I guess it depends on what it does when I actually cut it. Not once I actually cut it, you know, once it's in the wreath, and if it's going to fray or not. I want to make sure I bring this one in because it's got the dark green. This is from Michaels. This is my first ribbon from Michaels this year. Which, thank you, Michaels, for sending me the coupon. I don't know what it is about every time I go to Michaels. Like, I thought it was just the one I went to, but this was at 5.5. The one I was at in Slidell the other day, I had a $10 roll of ribbon and a $10 voucher. I had a 40% off coupon, and like, she rang it up, and I didn't have that much stuff. She rang it up and she was like, oh, it's 15 something. I was like, how is that possible? I said, I have a $10 voucher. She said, well, do you have the coupon code? And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. First of all, shut up. Don't talk to me like that. Secondly, why is the coupon code not automatically sent to my to the app? Why do I have this app on my phone if I have to go to my email to find a code you send me? She's like, I can't do anything without the code. And I was like, you seem like the kind of bitch that can't do anything with anything. I'm in a mood, y'all. Just telling you. That's what's going on. And then today, speaking of rude people that need to be put in their place, this is, I swear to God, if you bring that blanket over here again and get underneath my feet, I'm getting rid of it. Sit. So sweet. He's a good boy. He's testing me. I go to Walmart today, in the East, very large Vietnamese population. Very heavy Vietnamese, very heavy black population. So, I go there because I like it. You know, and I never run into anybody I know there. Except the people who work there that I know that I really only know because they used to work at the one by me. Anyway, so, there's not a line to check out, but there's like it's all self-checkout. So there's a guy in front of me, and he's like waiting for somebody. So the woman, it was a younger woman too. She was like, okay, you go. And I was like, any particular one? She's like, whatever one you want, like very flippantly. And I was like, well, I'm asking because you're like directing traffic over here. Who's going where? Who's doing what? So I go, and I have a decent amount of stuff. So this little Vietnamese lady, I say little, she was probably, I mean, she was small, not like, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? This little petite Vietnamese lady comes up, and I don't know if she normally had someone with her, or if maybe the person working wasn't a total you-know-what. But she's trying to, all she's got is produce. Maybe she doesn't go to Walmart normally. Maybe she goes to the Vietnamese farmer's market. I don't know. Anyway, she's trying to check out, and she doesn't really know what she's doing. So, she's trying to weigh something, and like I'm right next to her, so I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm like right next to her, and whatever she's trying to weigh, I don't know what it was. If it was like cabbage or something, but she was like standing close enough to the thing where she was leaning on the scale, and she didn't understand why it wasn't working. So the attendant comes over, and she's like, okay, you can't press, just don't press on it. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, give her a break. I said, first of all, English not her first language, maybe she doesn't know how to read English, calm the hell down. So she rings it up for her, and then she walks away. And I was just like standing there, and I was like, that was rude. So like the lady kind of looks at me, and I just kind of smile at her. So then she goes to bring up something else, and it's just single cucumber, and she puts it down. Oh, I think the first thing she was ringing up had like a barcode on it, but it was like scan the barcode and then say, you know, oh, I have four potatoes, whatever it is. You know how Walmart is with that stupid crap. I don't even know what I'm doing with this bow anymore. I'm just like, let me put some crap in here. So the next thing she has is a cucumber, and she puts it on there, but there's no code to scan. So she kind of looks over, and she like looks at the lady, and the lady completely ignores her. And I'm just standing there, and I'm like, I said, this one here. So I walk over there, and I was like, do you need help? And she was like, yeah. But like, it's not like she was holding a conversation with me, so I knew English not her first language. That's fine. Thank you for building our country, immigrants, first of all. So I show her, I was like, okay, you have a cucumber. I said, and it doesn't, and I turned it around, I was like, it doesn't have a barcode on it, so you have to hit this button. And I said, see where it says look up item? She says, yeah. So I press it, and I said, this is a cucumber. And I picked it up, I said, this is a cucumber, right? She said, yeah, cucumber. So I said, okay, it's not popping up as like the most popular thing, so let's go to C. And here it is right here, cucumber. And it's going to ask you how many you have, because they're like, I don't know how much is a cucumber, like $5? They're like $5. I know that cucumber's not $5. Shout out to Arrested Development fans. So, you know, it comes up and it's like, how many? And I said, how many do you have? And she said, one. So I said, okay, so I put one in, and it came up like 69 cents or whatever it is. And then she's like, thank you. And I was like, no problem. And then I look over, and she's got this stack of green onions. I was like, if she is going home to make like, because there's a lot of like, I want to say it, but I don't know what the, I don't know if there's a term for it. Like fusion, Asian fusion, but like not Asian, like not like Chinese Mexican fusion, like Vietnamese Korean. So she had all these green onions, and I was like, if she's going home to make green onion kimchi, I am following her. I am following her home, and I'd be like, I helped you with the cucumber, you're going to give me all the kimchi. So she's got all these things of things of green onions, like just sitting there, and she just kind of looks at me, and I was like, this poor woman, like she feels like so, she obviously feels like somewhat helpless, maybe embarrassed because this other woman was such a B word to her. So I was like, these have barcodes on them. I said, you can just scan them. She said, just scan, and I said, yeah. She said, okay. So she scanned them all, and I went back to what I was doing, and I was just keeping an eye on her. And when she was done, oh god, my back. I need something else to put in here, but I don't want to put that one. Is this enough? Is this enough ribbon? Yeah, probably. Like I was keeping an eye on her, and when she was done, she had her, like, she just had 2 bags worth of stuff, and she came over, and I was still struggling. Because y'all, those self-checkouts, I can make a wreath. I can apparently cut down a tree because I did that today. Those self-checkouts take me forever, mostly because the bags are stupid at Walmart, but I don't think I need 2 for this, so I'm going to just use this. She came over and she like tapped me on my shoulder. She said, thank you. I said, anytime. I said, if you have a problem, I said, they have to help you. She said, you help. She said something like, you help me. And I was like, I was like, yes, I got you. I said, I got a Vietnamese friend. She's crazy. Not because she's Vietnamese, she's just crazy. Shout out, Cindy. But yeah, so I'm like, not that I'm like pissed off, but I'm just like, that was unnecessary. Like, we're all under a lot of stress down here right now. I can't leave this like this. I need to put something else on here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this goes. It has to go like this, so yeah, okay, that works. I'm like, we're all stressed here. Like, you don't need to make this worse for this woman. She's just trying to make me kimchi. So she leaves, and I'm checking out. And once the Vietnamese woman leaves, the associate comes over to escort somebody else because apparently she's escorting everybody except me to the thing, to the place. And she was standing there, and I was standing there. Like, I was done. I was getting ready to leave, but I was waiting for her to turn around so I could see her name badge. She turned around. She said, have a nice day. And I was like, you too, Sonny. A Shoonie? It was something like that. Anyway, I went home and I told I came back home and I went to my mom's house afterwards. I said, when is the manager from Bullard going to be at your store again? She said, he's there almost every day. I said, good. Tell him that Sonny needs to have a talking to. She said, who is this now? And I told her the story and she's like, that's terrible. I was like, it's not only like, not just terrible, it was so unnecessary. Like, you're so dismissive of her. All this woman's trying to do is what everybody's been trying to do, is get some damn food in her house. Oh good, there's freaking glitter everywhere. I know, I brought it on myself, y'all. Come on. Anyway, so basically like a Harriet Tubman here, but for Vietnamese women in Walmart. Somebody just unsubscribed. Bye. I forgot all about that. I don't know why I forgot about that. Wait, who was I saying was the B word? Somebody else was the B word before this. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. This is a fun bow, huh? Fun. I said somebody was a B word. But I actually said it. Anyway, if you can help somebody who's not a native English speaker, just do it. I was like, why can't you speak French? Do you speak French? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, we'll have to stick with the English then. Okay, I want to grab some more ribbon. I'm like, of course I want to grab some more ribbons to put in here, but I don't know which ones I want to pull through. I'm very stingy about this one because I want to keep it forever, even though I know exactly where I can go. I'm like, I don't want to use either one of these, but I know the Michaels ribbon is not on sale yet. The Hobby Lobby Christmas ribbon has been on sale since Valentine's Day. That was my stomach again. Everybody calm down. Okay. do. Oh my god, my stomach, y'all. I need some cable ties. Oh. I don't need cable ties, I just, that'll make things easier. And look what I see right here. Okay, I'm gonna make some tails here. I want my tails to be, I want my loops to be 6 inches, so it'll have to be 8. And then we'll go out to 12. Loop this over. And then turn this to keep that right. And I don't want, like, I don't have a problem just putting this in the, I don't have a problem just putting this in the wreath, like putting it in with the pipe cleaner, but this ribbon is really heavy. So here is my wreath. Is this my bow? Yes. Throwing crap all over the place. I'm gonna throw everybody for a loop and put the bow over here this time. I know a lot of y'all are shook the house down, but let's just do it. Oh, they had the nicest, I don't know if they were black and white or they were black and cream, but they look like, what's that ugly stuff everybody dies over? The Mackenzie Child stuff? No, that's ugly, it's just, come on, it's checks. It's painted checks. Calm down. They had like these finial ornaments at, no. You fall, you're getting swept up and put in the garbage because I'm not picking your ass up. These like finial black and white ornaments, and I was like, oh, that would make a nice wreath. Because I love making like a black and white Christmas wreath every year. But they were glass, and I was like, nope. There we go. Nope, I don't want that to sink down that much. Come back up. Okay. I really need to get this TV mounted on the wall. My sister was supposed to come down tomorrow, but my mom told her to stay home since she just finally got power back like 2 days ago or yesterday or something. I was like, no, don't come down here, just stay home. My mom's gotta work anyway, but, and I could mount, I mean, I don't know why I bought like a mount to put this TV on the wall, because I found it in the clearance section at Walmart, and I was like, okay, this is the brand of TV I want. It's the same people that make the mount. I said, I'm gonna get this, and my mom was like, you don't even have the TV. I said, yes, but when I do, I'll only have to pay $5 for the mount because I already have it. This TV weighs like 6 pounds. Why do I need to mount that? I'm just going to use a command strip. Okay, before I put oh, y'all, I don't know if I like. I know that it doesn't. No, that looks good. Because I mean, the only other way is if I turned it this way, which is what I do every time. But I think it's throwing me off because it's mirrored in the thing. Okay, I searched high and low today for black tubing. Could not find any, which, you know. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of it. I want to bring in some more of this darker green because there is a darker green in the mesh, and I was really surprised when I went to Hobby Lobby about their lack of traditional Christmas. Like, cause y'all know I don't really do the traditional Christmas. Like, I love the vintage Christmas, I love the whimsical Christmas, but I'm not so much on the like red and green Christmas. But there was no dark green ribbon. And I can never find dark green ribbon on. Maybe that's something they just don't do. So I found a piece in my Halloween box, so I'm just gonna use that. And I'm just gonna kind of concentrate around where we're gonna put the bows and stuff. We usually put the ribbon in and then we put the ribbon in and then the tubing on top, right? Pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, hopefully 5. That would be ideal. And if you haven't seen this in a while, this is how I'm doing things now. I'm just putting like weird ribbons in. Not weird ribbons, but I'm not doing bows all over the place. I'm not doing tails all over the place. I'm over it. I think I'm gonna do, oh, is this a green sign right here? Oh, come on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a green sign like this with glitter over it and then seal it up and put some vinyl on top and like a red shimmery vinyl. so that'll go there, but this will be completely covered in glitter. Y'all, this candle right here, look at her. Christmas wreath. $8, but 40% off. I'm super glad I got this ribbon. I was like, oh, $10 for a roll of ribbon, even though I have a $10 voucher, so it's technically a free roll of ribbon. I don't know, but I'm glad I got it. And I'm glad I used as much as I did. Okay, so yeah, the sign will go there, and then these will just tuck in down here. I like this. You know, nobody on TikTok may like it, but screw them. They can't even run a car. Screw them and their dancing and their makeout parties and their millions of followers. Okay. I will come back once a sign is done and we will finish this up.